What's up, everyone? And welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a classic Marvel showdown, an elemental battle for the ages. The Fantastic Four's hot-headed Human Torch versus the X-Men S-Omegal, Mutant Iceman. Fire versus ice. Heat versus cold. Who would actually win this fight? Let's break it down. One side, we have Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. After being exposed to cosmic rays, Johnny gained the ability to engulf his entire body in flames, fly at supersonic speeds, and project fiery blasts. He can reach incredible temperatures, even achieving a nova burst that rivals the heat of a small star. This isn't just a guy with a lighter, he's a living inferno, a walking, talking plasma reaction. His control is precise, and his power is immense. He's taken on villains like Dr. Doom and Annihilus, proving time and again that he's a major powerhouse in the Marvel Universe. He's cocky, he's flashy, and he loves the spotlight. But don't let that fool you, he's a seasoned hero. On the other side, we have Bobby Drake, aka Iceman. Now, don't let his name fool you, bubbies. Way more than just a guy who makes snow cones. As an Omega-level mutant, his power over ice is practically limitless. He isn't just freezing water vapor in the air. He can manipulate moisture on a molecular level. He can drop temperatures to absolute zero, the point where all molecular motion ceases. Think about that for a second. At absolute zero, even the atoms that make up fire would stop moving. Iceman can create sentient ice clones of himself, regenerate his body from a single drop of water, and even exist as pure conscious moisture. His potential is, frankly, terrifying. So, let's set the stage. The fight begins. Johnny immediately goes on the offensive, flaming on and blasting Iceman with intense fireballs. In the early days, this might have been enough. An inexperienced Bobby would struggle against that level of raw heat. But we're talking about both characters at their peak. As Johnny's heat waves hit Bobby, Iceman's control over temperature comes into play. He can absorb heat energy from his surroundings to fuel his own powers, essentially using Johnny's fire against him. Start by creating massive ice shields, thick enough to withstand the initial onslaught. Johnny would then likely crank up the heat, trying to melt Bobby's defenses faster than he can create them. He might even try his ultimate move, the Nova Burst. This is where things get really interesting from a physics standpoint. Johnny's Nova Flame is unbelievably hot, but Iceman's power operates on a more fundamental level. He can reach absolute zero. While fire needs heat, fuel, and oxygen to exist, Iceman's ability to stop molecular motion is a hard counter. As Johnny unleashes his Nova power, Iceman could theoretically create a field of absolute zero around himself. This wouldn't just be cold. It would be the absence of heat entirely. The fire, no matter how hot, would simply cease to exist as it entered this zone. The atoms themselves would stop vibrating. This isn't about melting ice. It's about extinguishing the very concept of heat. Furthermore, Iceman's physical form is a huge advantage. Johnny can be hurt. You can put out his flame, you can injure him. But how do you injure a man made of ice who can regenerate from a puddle? Or a man who can transfer his consciousness into any source of water on the planet? Bobby could simply reform himself over and over again. He could attack Johnny from every direction at once by manipulating the moisture in the air, creating ice shards inside Johnny's own flight path. So, who's the winner? Wally Human Torch is incredibly powerful and could definitely score an early victory against a less experienced Iceman. The ultimate win has to go to Bobby Drake, a Omega-level mutant. His abilities are simply on another tier. His control over the fundamental forces of temperature and his ability to regenerate and exist in a non-corporeal form give him too many advantages. Johnny fights with raw power, but Bobby fights with the laws of physics. And in that battle, the laws of physics always win. Stay, what do you guys think? Did I get it right? Or is there a way for the Human Torch to pull off a win? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this superpowered showdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.